It's no secret that everyone hates Elon Musk right now and his inability to get off of Twitter. Just typing his name into Google search brings up 95 billion results of bad press. And from the looks of my Tumblr feed that I only have the gall to take a gander at when I'm viciously inebriated, to even the t-shirts of my peers, it's becoming more and more apparent that the culture of people I'm surrounded by have been coming together and unanimously deciding that Elon Musk is a fundamentally irredeemable human being who really should just be forcefully vasectomized and dropped off somewhere in Eastern Europe to ruin their stock market. And it all seems like the sudden dislike is at least partly justified, with careless tweets and questionable business practices fueling the self-perpetuating hole that he's digging for himself. But if it's justified, these headphones aren't even plugged into anything, I'm just insecure about my hair. So anyway, if this dislike is probably justified, why does it bother me to see stuff like this in my newsfeed? Is it because 2 years ago I was gifted with 1/4 of a Tesla stock? Is it because I've spent my young adult years submerged in sci-fi that warns of worst-case scenarios that will arise when AI is inevitably able to reprogram itself, and Elon Musk is a very loud voice behind the popularization of the idea that we should approach our technological advancements with the most basic level of caution, which would make me prone to advocate for him? Or is it because I think he's hot? The answer to all of these is yes. But I also know that it's a little bit more complicated than just those reasons. And the other day, while I was taking a shower that was much too hot and writing the metaphysical outline for this paper in my head, it actually hit me that the reason this kind of stuff irritates me has very little to do with Elon Musk at all. What it actually is the constant cultural insinuation that to be a good person, I need to have an opinion, and more often than not, a specific opinion based off of a new cultural controversy, and that we need to formulate this opinion almost immediately. Let me describe the process so you can understand more so of what I'm talking about. Although I should note that the culture of people that I'm personally surrounded by on social media and in physical life are both pretty far left, and I'm not sure if the process of news consumption and opinion forming is the same in other circles. Although if you're not from the far left world, this video probably won't make sense to you. I'm sorry. Anyway, the process. Something controversial happens in regards to a famous person or issue. It's reported on like this, because this is what sells, no matter how big of a controversy it was or how important the information actually is. Social media sites consisting of people who already marginally agree with the sentiments of these articles repost them, perpetuating the opinionated nature and forcing it upon the status quo that any readers intensify their previous opinions if they already coincided with the sentiments, or update them if they don't. Any backlash that the movement is met with is not only pushed away, but deemed fundamentally immoral, and opinions get stronger and more polarized on both sides. Tumblr and Reddit fight for a while. It becomes a commonplace on those social media sites to post memes or opinions that offer no room for an open argument and are produced under the assumption that the notion behind them is so much of a commonly shared argument that it's basically a fact. You wouldn't ever disagree with the idea that Amy Schumer is incredibly unfunny and also a bigot or whatever, because that would make you factually incorrect. And lastly, we're left with 30 million teenagers and young adult advocates posting about how much they hate Scarlett Johansson, half of them who were never aware of what she even did in the first place. Fuck, I don't even know if she even did something to do with Ghost in the Shell. Okay, quick side note, you could say that I could just get off Tumblr and Facebook and stop making Google searches with the name Elon Musk in the title. But social media is the future. Everyone around me uses social media. Everyone around me formulates their opinions while using social media. Seriously, I was at a party last week on my college campus, and Elon Musk's billionaire fiasco, Rick and Morty's high IQ fiasco, and Jennifer Lawrence's existence were all mentioned satirically in the same 5 minutes. There was one guy in the room who disagreed about Elon Musk and Rick and Morty, and he piped up, and there was an almost actual fist fight over it. So anyway, yeah, that's my case that social media affects how people react in real life. Let's move on. I'm not trying to say that these opinions aren't valid, and I'm not here to argue over if they're right or justified or not. But what I want to acknowledge is the pressure on people to have opinions, and more often than not, specific opinions. The justification most people use for forcing other people to formulate opinions, or at least looking at them poorly if they don't, is the sentiment, if you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. a phrase which has peppered many a Facebook and many a t-shirt on my campus. The insistence that people should not be allowed to be ignorant because their ignorance is costing the rest of society a slower time moving forwards. Without even getting into the argument that I don't think people should ever be forced to make opinions, what if someone's opinion is that they don't think they know enough information about the situation to make a proper opinion? What if their opinion is, hey, I just don't think that a 400-word article covering 1/1000th of a man and his company's life that is most likely going to be negative because negative news sells better is worth me formulating an entire opinion or updating my current one on Elon Musk and his company. Now, a response that some guy saying that might get is, well, then you should just look into it, read his biography. But who wants to do that? Who wants to read that? I couldn't even get through his Wikipedia page when I sat down to make this video. It's dry AF. Okay, if on the off chance I've actually managed to convince you that this is a problem, I think that the heart of the issue is how these controversies are reported on and what we do with these reports. Journalism should not look like this. The real reason journalism currently looks like this is because we keep clicking on it. And also some stuff with the neoliberal economy, but whatever. Stop clicking on it. Stop doing it. Stop perpetuating the title. Don't click on titles that make strong accusations or invoke an emotional response in you. Don't formulate your opinions on people and issues off of matter-of-fact memes you've seen posted on social media. And above all else, please do not tell me that I'm a bad person because the knowledge that Elon Musk called some guy a pedophile didn't make me think of Elon Musk, this guy, as any more weird and conceited as I already did. Good night. Zoe out.